Linus pisses off the internet. Ford just selling the F-150 Lightning for a lot more, and the RTX 40 series, more power friendly. Let's get into the hot news, everybody. I'm your Brett host. We're going to be going over the hottest tech news I can find on the internet while you enjoy your Brettfest. And today's top story is something that has been riling up Twitter, riling up Reddit, and has been on the front page of multiple outlets. And I have seen Linus trend more than ever because of a new development in the backpack saga by Linus. In case you're not familiar with this, the LTTstore.com backpack is a highly coveted item costing $250, has been in pre-production for a very long time, with a sign-up system being put in place with thousands of people signing up. It launched last week with thousands of sales being made, with different waves of the shipment gonna be happening. So this is a very expensive item. There are 680 backpacks in wave 2 remaining, which means that they've sold nearly 20,000 units of this backpack item, which is a lot of money coming into LTT store, which all sounds well and good. People were happy to pay the money for this expensive backpack, which is supposed to be incredibly premium, have all the features that you need, and Linus and team have kind of said it should be likely the last backpack you'll ever need, with Linus even saying things to the effect of like, I hope I never have to sell you a backpack again. But where the issue comes in, where the internet is losing their minds, is on the WAN show on Friday. Linus answered a viewer's question with regards to whether or not there would be a explicit warranty on the LTTstore.com backpack, to which his response was, kind of, but not really. For the most part, it's gonna be more of an implicit one with internal policies, but he doesn't want to have explicit warranty support due to just long-standing implications of how that could potentially affect the business and his family later on in case things go south a long time from now. There wasn't much in the WAN show that would indicate that this would blow up the way that it did. And I'm gonna do my best to try to be as non-partisan as I can here, but I will, just for clarity's sake, say, number one, I am a Linus fanboy. Number two, LTTstore.com has financially sponsored UFD Tech in the past, and we have upcoming sponsorships with them as well. So I do have some sort of a vested financial interest in LTTstore.com doing well. So that's going to be said at the beginning of the story. But the concern came with that comment that there wasn't going to be an explicit warranty. A lot of the response was that this is anti-consumer of Linus, with the main argument being made is that when it comes to other tech companies being out there, what happens is that Linus can be very pro-consumer and anti-corporation in stating things like warranties not being honored. If another company provides a product where they don't make good on RMA situations, LTT is very vocal on actually calling those companies out as being anti-consumer. And so Linus not explicitly providing a warranty on their very expensive backpack, it's being pro-LMG as a business, but anti-consumer, anti the people who are actually buying this backpack. The largest thread on Reddit about this saying consumers should have a warranty for items that has such a high claims for durability, especially as it's priced against competitors who have a lifetime warranty. The answer Linus gave was awful and extremely anti-consumer. He claimed to not burden his family as protecting himself as a detriment to the consumer. There is no way to frame this in a way that isn't a net negative to the consumer and a net positive to his business. He's basically just said to the customers, trust me, bro. On top of that, not having a warranty process is hell for his customer support team. You live and die by policies and procedures, and Linus expects his customer support staff to deal with claims on a case-by-case basis. This is bad for the efficiency of the team and is possibly why their support has delays. How on earth can you expect a customer support team to give consistent support across the board when they're expected to handle every product complaint on a case-by-case basis? Surely there's probably set parameters they work within, but what a mess. They have essentially put their middle finger up to both internal support staff and customers, saying, F you, customers get no warranty, and support staff, you have to deal with this show of complaints with no warranty policy to back you up. Don't want to burn in my family. Peace out. For all I know, I'm getting this all wrong, but I can't see how having no warranty on your products is anti-consumer. So that's the general complaint that's being leveraged against Linus. It's anti-consumer when Linus Tech Tips has been very pro-consumer, especially when it comes to other corporations. But when then Linus has the ability to do this himself, he doesn't. So Linus and his team have been very vocal on the internet responding to this. One of the main responses that Linus issued was under promise and over deliver definitely works. Our customers, the ones who actually buy stuff, not people who complain on Reddit, are very happy. If they're not happy, they just need to send in a ticket and we'll make them happy. It's likely we will formalize some kind of warranty policy before we actually start shipping. We have been talking about it for months now and weighing our options, but it will need to be bulletproof. OCZ has a lifetime warranty. How's that going now? In case you're not familiar, OCZ was a memory manufacturer back in the mid to late 2000s, probably even later than that, and they went out of business. So having a lifetime warranty on RAM that you purchased now doesn't matter because the lifetime of the company has exceeded the lifetime of the actual product. So on the one side, you have the argument that Linus should have an explicit warranty set up for his very expensive backpack. But then on the other side, you have Linus saying the burden of a warranty is too costly and instead we're going to deal with our customers directly and make sure that they're satisfied. Additionally, offering other angles on Twitter, such as logically, we need to support our product. Doesn't matter if we're your friend. The damage to our reputation would be colossal if we didn't. There's no contradiction here. Also saying that clearly people want the piece of paper for the warranty so that they will give it to them. And when people called out Linus on Twitter for being anti-consumer, says my stance on it is that we will take care of it. Nothing wrong with that. If the product is defective, we will take care of it. If you really want a blurb that says we will take care of it, we will do that too. Just hasn't been an issue until now. Why? Because we always took care of it. And Linus providing more insight working from the retail side of things, saying what's a real warranty? Any company can make up any reason to deny your claim and can't get your money unless you take them to court, which you won't do. It comes down to trust at the end of the day. Anyways, we're working on something, but it's worth reflecting on this. Additionally saying, I guess working on the retail side of things, I've seen everything from blatant customer warranty fraud to brazen violations of written warranty contracts. I've become very cynical and the only one I trust is myself, but that's my own issue to sort out. So it seems like the TLDW of the entire situation is that Linus, LTTstore.com, LMG are going to be providing a written warranty for these products, but they have an internal company policy to actually take care of issues as they arise. The internet wanting that written warranty policy so that LMG doesn't become a company that actually screws over their own consumers, but as Linus has pointed out, would be a very big problem for him to do as a large figurehead in the first place, and that all of these threads that are popping up are before there are any actual complaints happening with the backpack. There's no real issue that has taken place besides the expectation of one, which seems to be where Linus is saying you don't need it because when an issue will happen, we will take care of it, which honestly has been my experience when it comes to LTTstore.com prior to being sponsored by them, prior to us having an officially formalized relationship with Linus Media Group through Floatplane. I ordered plenty of LTTstore.com merch back in the day to South Africa where I had to pay exorbitant shipping rates to get it over to me, and Linus's team has always taken care of me. If something actually didn't come in the shipment that I ordered, they took care of it. I've never had an actual problem with them, and that's kind of been their stance when it comes to the products. They will make sure that whatever is the right decision in the moment is something that will be taken care of, and on the contrary, when it comes to having officially written policies in place for official warranties, that doesn't matter as much, especially if you take a look at something like the Newegg situation. They weren't honoring Gamers Nexus's RMA, even though their publicly facing policy was that they should have RMA'd properly. But what happened privately was that they screwed over the customer and didn't do anything about it until they realized that they had a massive social media following. Same thing that happened with me. I had a written contract in place with Newegg that they were going to do something and then they didn't do it. And my only recourse at that point would be to take them to court. So their internal policy mattered a lot more than their external policy, and I believe that's what Linus and team are trying to communicate here, that it matters way more what the company actually does than what they say they're going to do. And we've seen plenty of this in the tech circles where companies screw over their customers. They actually don't care even if the written policy is better than that. And a lot of people on the internet like to say that written warranty makes it so that you can take them to court, but honestly, at the end of the day, the average person really does not want to do that, is not going to do that because it is too time costly and financially costly, which From the other side, on Linus's sales side, would be the exact same thing for them. It is too costly to their reputation to not take care of their customers and err on the side of over-delivering to what people have, even in the cases of outright fraud from their customers claiming that there's a warranty failure when in reality they did something really stupid with their backpack. So at the end of the day, it does seem like Linus is going to take care of this with some sort of written official warranty policy. They're going to do what people are asking for them to do, but I also understand the side of Linus saying, why are you asking for this? Nothing has actually happened. We've already sold thousands of products that we haven't had explicit warranties for, and we've always taken care of our customers. Internal policy matters more than external policy, which does seem to be how they've been operating, how they take care of their customers, and how they've taken care of me whenever I've had the issue. But I want to pass this off to you. What do you think? After I've broken this entire thing down, who do you think is in the right? Is the internet in the right? Is Linus in the right? Is it a mixture of both? Are they in the wrong? Where do you land on this? I want to hear your opinion down below in the comments. But again, as I've mentioned, I probably have rosier glasses than most because I really enjoy Linus. And you really enjoy hot news because we got Cryptostonks going on. Okay, you ready for the hot? You ready? You Thanks, Kyler. Bitcoin's down 3.5% today to be at $23,000. Ethereum's down 4.7% to be at $16.90, and Dogecoin's down 1.74% to be at 6.8 cents. You know what else is down? Tech stuff. But while Reece brings you the hottest tech deals out on the internet, I've just got one question for him. Reece, why are the robots long? Why are the robots long?
Hey friends, Reece here. Welcome back to UFD Deals, where we bring you the hottest tech deals out on the internet. To swing back around to Brett's question yesterday, we get a choice between a wildebeest, zebra, or 3 antelopes at once. And you know what could handle 3 antelopes at once? This monitor. It's the LG 27UL500W, a staple at this point with 27 inches 4K IPS monitor with FreeSync and HDR10. It's currently going for only $246.99, which is $103 off. And the perfect pairing for 4K 60 gaming is this EVGA GeForce RTX 3080 Ti X33 Ultra. That's a mouthful. I'm sure you guys have seen the recent price drops on EVGA cards specifically, so I figured I'd throw this one in for you guys looking. It's currently going for $899.99, which is $430 off. And just to add my 2 cents back into this broken telephone game between Brett and I, Brett, what upcoming UFD project are you most excited for besides the obvious answer, which is the Lightning? And just remember, you can find all these deals and more in the link in the video description. Cheers.
Thanks, Reece. Hot tech deals. Really appreciate it. You want another hot tech deal? F-150 Lightning orders are now opening up, which I'm very excited about. I don't know if I told you, I have an F-150 Lightning for review right now. Very excited about that, but the 2023 model year is going to be a little bit more expensive, between $4,200 and $8,900 more, with Ford saying that there are significant material cost increases and other factors. So the F-150 Lightning base model is going up to $47,000, which is a $7,000 increase. That's quite huge. The XLT is going up $6,500, and the Platinum one is going up $4,000 to be at $96,874. So very expensive, and putting them out of the price point of that new Inflation Reduction Act that's actually making it so that the cap on things like trucks to get the federal tax credit is $80,000. So it's going above that. I looked at the extended range battery XLT, used to be $70,000. Now it's going to be in the $80,000 range, but the base model one is having a range increase going from 230 miles to 240 miles. It's a bummer that this is getting more expensive. $47,000 for the base F-150 Lightning honestly isn't terrible, especially when you consider that the regular F-150 extended cab with 5 seats is roughly in that price point. It's not like Ford is super overcharging for it, but it sucks that it's going to be that expensive. But when it comes to the Inflation Reduction Act's tax credit towards electric vehicles, there's now been more depth given to reading on what's going on with it with regards to the $7,500 tax rebate on electric vehicles. And there's some speculation that no EVs are going to qualify for it because the bill actually has too many requirements when it comes to the the domestic sourcing and production of the ingredients that are actually being used in the battery, with a lot of the ingredients that go into electric vehicle batteries being sourced not from the United States or anywhere on the continent. So even though there are battery production facilities here in the United States, the raw sourcing is actually making it so that it's very difficult to even qualify for that full tax amount, and that very few EVs are even going to qualify for the $3,750 tax amount. So obviously this is not fully signed into law yet. There's could potentially be restructuring of the bill, but it does look like there's going to be a lot more caveats than people initially thought, and that buying an EV might not actually be cheaper coming January of this year. But people are buying EVs by the truckload, but not trucks of them, because the Cybertruck's not out yet, with the Tesla Model 3 and Model Y becoming best-selling vehicles in California. The Model Y being a luxury compact SUV sold 42,000 units in California, with the Model 3 selling nearly 39,000 units, which is actually absurd in total volume over in California. The Model S only sold 5,700 and the Model X only sold 3,700, making it not the top-selling luxury midsize SUV. But EVs, Tesla specifically, going ham over in California. And China going ham with some graphics cards. The Biren BR100 is a huge GPU coming out from China's company. 7nm high performance compute GPU with 77 billion transistors and 64 gigabytes of HBM2E memory. So this is obviously going to be for servers and cloud infrastructure, not for the regular person, but it has some insane specs. PCI Express Gen 5, 124 TOPS of innate performance, 512 teraflops of BF16 performance, 256 teraflops of TF32 performance. And again, this is the one that only has 32 gigabytes of HBM2 memory. They have chips that can go up to 64 gigabytes of HBM2 memory. And this is currently faster than Nvidia's top Ampere GPU, the A100, but shouldn't be as fast as their upcoming Hopper architecture. But this is obviously a pretty big advancement for China's Biren company. But speaking of Nvidia, we talked in yesterday's episode of Hot News how GPU pricing is declining. Nvidia is saying that they have lower revenue, they have lower profit margins, things are not looking as good as they expected. However, a memo came out from Jensen Huang, this is being leaked, that they will not be having layoffs. Instead, they've given raises to their employees to make sure that they're taking care of them for the sky-high inflation. Additionally, saying that they're going to be working on extreme collaboration, finding every opportunity to leverage and reuse. They will find and eliminate all wasted time, process, and material, taking this opportunity to make Nvidia even faster, leaner, and more agile. So not focusing on layoffs, paying their people more, even though they have missed revenue marks. It seems like they're taking care of their people internally, with the external policy being to charge the consumer as much as possible, but their internal policy is to give their employees as much money as possible. Capitalism is so good, but we've got some new rumors on the RTX 40 series GPUs, with the latest rumors indicating that power consumption is going down on the 4080 and the 4070. The well-known leaker bringing out the fact that the 4080 might be 320 watts and the 4070 might be 285. Now, this is not to say that the 4090 might not still be in the 600 watt region, but it does look like we have some details on the specifications of this. Previously, the 4080 was supposed to be 420 watts, so that's a 100 watt drop, and the 4070 was supposed to be 300 watts, so that's a 15 watt drop, but could potentially mean that it's not sucking as much GPU power, and Nvidia found a way to make it more efficient. Or all rumors are made up and that we actually have no idea until Nvidia officially tells us. But that couldn't possibly be it, could it? I don't know. Could this be the end of Hot News? It certainly is now. If you guys want to join us for meme review over on Twitch right now, twitch.tv/UFDisciple. We're streaming it currently at this moment as this episode goes live. And I'll see you for more tech news tomorrow.